Good morning, and welcome to World in 5, your trusted source for comprehensive coverage of today's most pressing events.
South Korean politician Kim Ki-duk is facing backlash for his controversial and unsupported claims linking the rise in male suicides to the growing influence of women in society. According to a report by the Seoul City Councilor, the increased workforce participation of women over the years has made it more difficult for men to secure jobs and find willing marriage partners. Kim argued that South Korea is transforming into a female-dominant society, which he suggested could be a contributing factor to the uptick in male suicide attempts. We have Shelby reporting on this.
South Korea, which has one of the highest suicide rates among affluent nations and one of the poorest records on gender equality, has seen an increase in suicide attempts along Seoul's Han River. The city council's report indicated that suicide attempts rose from 430 in 2018 to 1,035 in 2023, with the proportion of men among those attempting suicide increasing from 67% to 77%. Councilor Kim's statements have been denounced as the latest in a series of out-of-touch remarks by male politicians from the Democratic Party. Back to you, John.
Thanks for that update.
Members of an Australian religious group are on trial, accused of causing the death of an 8-year-old diabetic girl by denying her medical treatment. Elizabeth Strohs was discovered dead in a Toowoomba home, about 125 kilometers, 78 miles, west of Brisbane, in January 2022, after allegedly being deprived of insulin for nearly a week. We have Anthony reporting on this.
Prosecutors allege that members of the sect, known as the Saints, chose to pray for divine intervention instead of seeking medical help as Elizabeth's condition worsened. Among the 14 defendants are the girl's parents, who, along with the others, have decided to represent themselves in this highly publicized and unusual case. Elizabeth's father, Jason Strohs, 52, and the sect's leader, Brendan Stevens, 62, are charged with murder, accused of encouraging or directing the other members of the group. The girl's mother, Carrie Strohs, 49, her brother Zachary Strohs, 21, and 10 others, aged between 22 and 67, face manslaughter charges. The trial began at the Brisbane Supreme Court on Wednesday, with the group filing in to take their places in a specially modified courtroom to accommodate all the defendants. The dock was too small for the number of accused, so the men, dressed in prison cakas, and the women, in blue uniforms, were seated at 2 long tables. Back to you, Bella.
Thanks for that update.
A union representing workers at South Korean technology giant Samsung Electronics has called on its approximately 30,000 members to commence an indefinite strike, demanding better pay and benefits. This announcement coincided with the final day of a 3-day general strike organized by the National Samsung Electronics Union, NSEU. We have Jensen reporting on this.
The NSEU stated that its decision came after management showed no willingness to engage in negotiations over their demands. Representing nearly a quarter of Samsung Electronics' workforce in South Korea, the union claimed that their actions have disrupted production, a claim that Samsung disputes. Samsung Electronics will ensure no disruptions occur in the production lines. The company remains committed to engaging in good faith negotiations with the union, a Samsung spokesperson told BBC News. In response, the union declared the company has no intention to engage in dialogue even after the first general strike. Thus, we declare a second general strike starting from July 10th, lasting indefinitely. Back to you, John.
Thanks for that update.
The protection perimeter around Endurance, one of the world's most famous shipwrecks, is being expanded from a 500 meters radius to 1,500 meters. This extended zone will further restrict activities near the vessel, which sank in 1915 during an ill-fated Antarctic expedition led by renowned polar explorer Sir Ernest Shackleton. We have Alana reporting on this.
The measure is part of a newly published Conservation Management Plan, CMP. Currently, no one is allowed to retrieve or touch objects within the protected zone. Everything must remain in place. The perimeter update acknowledges that debris from Endurance, including crew belongings, may be scattered over a larger area of the ocean floor than previously thought. The ship lies 3,000 meters deep in the Weddell Sea. Endurance is very well protected where it is now, given its remoteness, depth, and a near-permanent cover of sea ice, explained Camilla Nicol, Chief Executive of the UK Antarctic Heritage Trust, which developed the CMP in partnership with Historic England. Back to you, Bella.
Thanks for that update.
Thanks for tuning in to World in 5 for your daily dose of news and updates. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on breaking stories and insightful analysis.